girl Joy coming to you live this morning with my girl Brooke. She's such an amazing person, and she's going to get to tell you all about her. And we're going to ask questions and just feed off her good energy and get a piece of Brooke this morning. Hey, Brooke, how are you this morning?
I am awesome. How are you doing?
I am amazing and blessed to finally have you on my circuit. I've been trying to get to you. You're such an
Right?
amazing human.
I understand. We've been trying to do this for a while. Sorry, I think I'm going the wrong way.
No,
Um,
you're good.
so yes, I'm really excited to be here.
Well, thank you for coming. We welcome everything about you. So let's go ahead and just tell the people your name and where you're from.
Okay. Well, hello. My name is Brooke Allen, and I am from Idaho. I've been here since I was born. And right now I live in Caldwell, Idaho. It's about 25 miles from Boise. So
And
that's where I'm at.
what kind of stuff is there to do there?
Oh, the thing in that I love about Idaho is there is so much to do in outside. My husband and me and the kids do a lot of fishing. Um, we do a lot of camping, and we go on the dirt bikes and stuff like that. So a lot of stuff outside, and we do a lot of biking and walking and stuff. So I love that because where I live is kind of a um, small community, but in 25 miles, I get to be in the big city. So that's how I like where I am at.
Nice. Sounds like you get the best of both worlds. So
Yes,
yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to come and visit there one day and
you
see what
have
you're
to.
doing right. But I want to just go ahead and share your amazing story with the world so they can understand why I have that slogan under you and why you're such a queen.
Oh, you make me crazy. It's awesome. I love the way of your I love that you're so positive about you. It makes my um day just awesome.
We love the same thing about each other.
Yes.
Yes. So, tell us a little bit about the trauma that you went through, because I know everybody has a story. So I want to
Right.
know my queen, Miss Brooks' story.
Oh my goodness. Well, before I had my stroke, I will tell you I was not very healthy. Um, I was overweight. I was a smoker for a long time. Um, and I did have I was on birth control, and it was probably the 3 months before my stroke. My birth control was being really crazy because my where I got my pills at, they were changing it. So I would have it for the same pill for a month, and then they would change it. So I think that was kind of what it was making me um, just not feeling good. And
Okay.
then on the day of my stroke, I was taking my husband to a doctor appointment because he's had um, back surgeries. And
Hold on, guys. We lost our friend. She'll be back. Technical difficulties. COVID has changed everything for everybody. So you best to believe we're gonna get her back on found out what happened. She is back. She is back, y'all. She is back. No, it's
Sorry
fine.
about that. I
Blame it
don't
on
know what
COVID, girl.
happened there.
COVID messed up everything.
I know, right?
Wait, now I gotta switch us. Wait a minute. Because now I'm on your. Well, I guess it don't matter.
Yeah, that's okay. That's how we roll,
Right?
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 Okay.
Roll with
Yes.
it. Okay, go ahead, honey
Right.
bun.
Okay. So I was taking my husband to the doctor to get some shots in his back. And on the way there, I had the worst pain I've ever had before. I would never want anyone that had my worst enemy ever to have this. And I was like, oh my God, I dying. So I dropped my husband at the doctor appointment, and I went to the hospital that was right across the street. And they said, oh, you have kidney stones. And I was like, oh my God. And um, so they gave me some pills and told me it will pass. I was like,
Okay.
okay. And I used to drink like 3 cups of coffee every day, and then I would have a pop. Um, so I went ahead and got the pills, and my husband had to drive us home, and I felt so bad because he just had shocks in his back.
Oh man.
So we were a mess. Like we should have been driving at all because I think we both were like woohoo on the way home. And so we got home, and I went ahead and went to bed, and probably like, oh, I don't know, like 2 hours later, I got up and I went to the living room and I was talking to my husband, and I felt like I was drunk, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, you should go back to bed." I was like, "Yeah, I think I need to go back to bed." So I went back to bed, and probably 2 or 3 hours later, I got up because I need to go to the bathroom. And when I got out of the bed, I fell down, and I was like, "That's kind of weird," and I couldn't get up. And then I tried to talk, um, and nothing came out. So it made me so mad because I knew I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. And luckily, my husband heard me fall, and he got in the bedroom, and he knew that. He looked at me. He goes, "Oh my God, you're having a stroke. I'm going to call 911." So that's kind of where that day was.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I'm somewhat in your same situation as far as that fall and everything, but I didn't have the aphasia. But I couldn't imagine. I can imagine how pissed off you were.
Mm.
Just like I know what I want to say and it won't come out. So you just was. I couldn't imagine. And so
Yeah,
to see the smile on your face right now is just like this
right,
is why I love you. We are kindred spirits
right. Well,
because we laugh through it.
yeah, you have to laugh about it. And when you have a dream that someone's coming after you and you're trying to run and scream and you
Uh-huh.
can't, that's
Yeah.
how I felt. I was like, something is not right with me, and I can't even talk. I was like, am I dying? Is what I thought, for a while.
So before you even had a chance to get angry, you was more afraid. Like
Yes.
what's really happening right now?
Yeah. And then on top of it, I was still going through the stupid kidney stones. So it was so painful. I was, I could, my mom said that probably the 3 days when I was in the ICU, I
Mhm.
was just screaming because they couldn't give me any pills for the stones, and I needed to pass them. And I think I had like 2 or 3 stones. So I think that was probably, it was just a dream. A dream is what it was. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, I could, like I said, I couldn't imagine because that's like real life, but it's a dream situation, but it's in real life, and you're like, what the fuck? And so
Yep.
it, yeah, I couldn't imagine. But no, for people who don't even understand what aphasia is, can you explain what that is?
Yes. Okay. Well, so first of all, I am not stupid, and people with aphasia were not stupid. I just want everyone to know that because it makes me a little crazy. And the best way that I can tell you is that I know in my head what I want to say, but my stupid mouth doesn't want to say it. So I understand what everyone is saying, and sometimes I have like the words in my head that I'm going to say, but just it does not want to come out sometimes. So I would say that is the best way to tell people what aphasia is. Um, and there's a lot of people that don't even know what that is. I know that there is, I did a class yesterday, and they said in 2020 they what's called, they asked people if they knew what aphasia was, and
Hmm.
there was 83% of people over 25 that didn't know what that was, and the other people that knew about it either had aphasia or they knew someone that had it. So that's a problem in the world. I think that aphasia awareness needs to get out there. And really, what it is just talking to people like me and other people that have aphasia and get that word out there.
Yes. I haven't went through aphasia, but I speak about it often
Hmm.
because as a volunteer at the hospital, I've encountered a lot of stroke survivors that, have experienced that or still going through it. And some of the volunteers that I work with didn't really understand it. So it's kind of hard to communicate with people because they don't have the patience to
Right.
allow the person to process that word that they're trying to get out and to let it come out. Whereas I'm like, honey, take your time, child.
Yep. Yep.
So, like you said, it's important that the awareness is raised about aphasia because people are clueless. And I love that you started with just because I have aphasia don't make me stupid.
Right.
Because people think because you not articulating what you want to say that you don't have the means to articulate that. But it's just that the brain can't necessarily process what you're trying to say at the moment. So that person just needs time. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I love that you started with that because it's like that's the first most important thing. Because if you look at a person like a person, don't look at what, the situation they're going through, but just look at them as a person, you'll be able to understand and get what they're trying to give you, So I love that.
Right.
Yay.
Oh,
So
thank you.
in going through that though, what does your recovery look like? Like as far as talking with your family and stuff like that.
Right. It's the first week, all I could say was no.
Okay.
and that would make my husband so crazy. He would be, "Do you want something to drink?" And I would say no. And he's like, "Okay." And it's like, "No, I really want it."
Right.
Made me so crazy. So what it is, you just what you said, you have to be so patient with yourself. And
Yes.
that was hard for me for a while because I was, after I was scared, I was so mad that this happened to me. And I was so mad that I had to do speech again. It's like, dude, I'm 38. I don't have
Right.
to go back to school. Um, and so I had to, I was kind of, probably the first week, I was kind of not being really nice to the speech therapist because in my brain, everything was going to come back just fine. And I didn't need their help.
Right.
And then, after that week, and my mom was like, you need to start doing this. And I was like, you're right. And so after I got over that, then came in the being patient with me, because it was like with like my daughter's name, it took me 6 months to say her name. And that about killed me. But you have to do it every day. Like if you go, like I like to go to the gym now. Well, I go to the gym, but I also have to do something with my speech. Either if it's going to be me talking to like you or my
Hmm.
family, or I have classes that I do online with my speech. Um, it's a lot. You have to do it. Just you have to, or you
You
won't
know,
get you won't get better.
practice makes perfect in
Yes,
everything, especially with stroke in
yes,
general, just by itself. So I can imagine though, I'm already doing PT and OT, with the physical, the arm and the leg. So
right.
to still have to do speech, to me that's like triple strength to me, because here's three things that you got to put your whole focus in and like really like hone into. And like you said, it's like going to school all over again. And we
Yep,
so grown. It's like, who the hell wants to really do that?
right. I didn't like going to school.
Right? But you have to be disciplined enough to do it and know that you need this every day. But let me ask you, would you have an aphasia? Do you have little ones?
um, I'm sorry. What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Do you have little ones? Like, do you have kids?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh, yes, I have kids. Um,
Okay, so with your kids though, how does it work with you trying to give them something to do? You know what I mean? Like when you're being a parent, basically, how
right.
does it do they try to play you with your aphasia?
You know what? A little bit, because my kids, they're going to be. I'm sorry. This month, my son is going to be 15,
Okay.
and my daughter is going to be 12 this month.
Oh
And
Lord.
so they know everything right now
Right.
because they're teenagers. And they talk over me a lot. Um, when, and, my husband, he has my back, I tell you, and he will tell them, you know what, your mom was talking, you need to shut it and let
Right.
her talk. And then I do that a lot to them too. I'm like, again, I'm talking because they like to say, oh, I know what you're going to say. I
Right.
go, well, guess what? You don't. I'm
And
going
you're
to tell
gonna
you.
hear it anyway.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, kid? I'm still your mom. I don't care what you think. I'm still tell you what to do. So, I think a lot of that is about being a mom.
Yeah,
That was why I need to make sure that I could talk, and I do it every day because I'm here for them a lot. And I have to be a mom. You know how it
those,
is.
of course.
Yes.
So they were part, just like me, basically, they were part of your motivation.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's funny. Like I even put a video on Facebook, about 3 months or 3 weeks ago, when I was in the hospital, and the kids were 9 and 12 at the time, and my daughter helping with is helping me with words, and it was so funny because I can't remember what we were doing, but she's like, "No, that's not right. This is how you say it." And she was like, "Shush." A little me telling me what to do, but it was so cute because I've seen that they were a part of my recovery too, with the words and stuff. So there's days where they do awesome. I love my Kias. I think they were able to go through something that was so terrifying, and
Right.
they went through it with me. And then there's days, maybe like 10% of the time, that they're kids, you know, and I
Yeah,
have
kids
to
gonna
let
be
them
kids.
do that. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense because kids gonna be kids regardless.
right.
But I think to some degree, people who have young children when they have strokes almost give their kids an extra boost in life because their kids get to learn to be what empathy looks like. They get to know what drive looks like, what motivation looks like, what courage, you know what I mean? Just certain what real
Yes.
strength looks like. Because to wake up every day and to have to work on your words and to work on your body and to do the things we do every day.
Right. They do.
I think it gives them a sense of empowerment and makes them just look at the world differently.
Yes, I would agree. And I know that you have done this with your boys, that they work out. And
Yes.
my son, he loves going to the gym with me. And, that's a special bond that I've made with him. And also, again, before my stroke, I was unhealthy, and now we are getting healthy together, you know.
So, to some degree, then you would say your stroke was a blessing in disguise.
You know what, it was. And I know a lot of people say, what? It's like, you know what, I think that um, God knew that I needed something better. He was like, dude, girl, you're doing stuff that you shouldn't be doing. We're going to stop for a minute. And he knows how I am, and that I would not give up. And so I think it was a bliss thing.
So, speaking of not giving up, though, you said you'd be in this gym, and I've seen you in the gym, honey. You be putting me to shame, okay?
Oh,
And you're in there at least, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 days a week. I don't know. You get it in probably every day. But so, how do you maintain that? How do you? Well, first, let me ask, what do you do? What kind of stuff do you do at the gym?
okay. Well, I was going to PT and OT therapy, but you know how insurance is. Um, and my friend, she's like, hey, I'm a personal trainer at the gym. Come and see me. And I was
Okay.
like, okay, I can do that. And so we started small, um, and did a lot of stuff on, because I want to run next year. And so We did a lot of squats and lunges. Oh my God, sometimes they kill me. Um, and we did the stairs, um, and bike. Um, Bike is really good if you to get your leg back. And we did a lot of yoga too. And I know it's hard to get down on the floor, but I think it's good to do that, and it gets you get to stress mm, you get to stress out your muscles, and that is so important. And then we started doing more, and I do a lot of the cable stuff, um,
Okay.
because you can put the weights on that, um, because what I have to do is my left side, I can do everything, but my right side is weak. So I had to make sure that I do 10 um, weights on each side, even though I can do more on my left side, because if I put like 50 on my left sides and then I just do 10 on my right side, it's going to be,
Yeah.
not right. I'll be all
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna be
yeah,
disproportionate.
yes, yes. So that was one of the things that I really had to be okay with, because sometimes it makes me so crazy because it's so, I can do like this, but it takes me a little bit while to get this up. Um, so we do that, and then we started on the bench. Um, oh, let's see. No, I'm not saying it right.
Take your
Um,
time.
so I want to do this with weights. So is I can't remember.
Are you talking
Uh,
about like the because I don't know nothing about weights. Are you talking about like the bench pressing?
yes, yes. There you go.
Okay.
And so I started out with just the bench with no weights on it.
Okay.
And now I'm up to about 110 pounds that I'm doing right now. Yes,
Really?
I can do 10, and then I have to stop for like 5 minutes, and
That's
then I'll
good
do it
though.
again. And then my friend, she just went on a trip this week. So next week, she's like, okay, we need to do another set of exercises because you're doing really good. We need to go to the next level. So that's what she does. And then she's always there, and she'll see me and she's like, Brooke, you could do more than that. Come on. It's like, oh, okay.
Well, that's
So,
awesome. You got a friend at the gym that helps kind
yeah,
of keep you motivated and stuff. That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. And then you get to meet new people too. And there's a lady that I met there, and she had a stroke. And it's crazy how everyone's stroke is different. She can talk, um, and she was able to get the shot. So
Okay.
her she doesn't have any really weak muscles or anything, but with her it's more mental. Oh, it's called more mental. Instead of physical pain, with her it's more of mental um, going on. But she's up there every day too, and she's like a beast. You wouldn't even know that she has a stroke. I'm like, oh my god, she's
Wow.
crazy.
That's amazing. I know when people get to see, I say us because although I'm not there with you, I've been in the gym and I know how it is when they see stroke survivors because they're surprised by people like us who, gets in the public and not ashamed to, work on what we can work on and still be positive and be happy and, just give off that good energy. And you are full of good energy. So I know you inspire people everywhere you go. I just know it.
Well, thank you. It, is, I think is just like you, Joy. I love seeing your videos, um, and you inspire me. And I think that's what we need to do is that's how a stroke survivors community is, because we're inspiring us all to go, oh my God, look at Joy. Like the first time I saw you is when you went up the bleacher stairs. And I was like, oh my God, she is an animal. I need to see her. I need to um, be her friend. And you know what? And the first time I went up the bleachers at my park, I had my AOF on, and now I can do it without it. So
Yes.
I think we do this for each other, saying, "Hey, Joy did that. I can do that." So I love watching everyone.
Yes, yes. And you know what? I love that it's not a competition. It's
No.
more of if Brooke can do it, I can do this. And because actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually start going back to the gym instead of working out at home because I go harder at the gym. And I was watching you do weights and stuff, and I was like, if she can get her arm back, I know I can get my arm back. I gotta fight for it, and that's the part that used to depress me. And it'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, well, if I can't do it, I'll just do what I can do. But it's like, no, honey, I'm gonna make this arm.
Yep.
You've
It's
been
like,
inspiring me and encouraging me, honey, to just push through it. Because, like you said, we are a community together and we got to build each other up. And it's
yes.
looking at videos like our videos, it's like,
Right.
if she can do it, I can at least try.
Right. Right. And that's what it is. And I've seen a lot of people um, on Facebook and other stroke groups and stuff. And there is so many amazing people out there, I tell you. And I just am like, is all I can say sometimes. Like, oh my God, they're
Yeah, no,
crazy. I love it.
you are absolutely right. Because, I kind of been a part of this community since I was 10 when my mom died. But
Right.
I was 10, so I didn't, pay attention to none of that. So in a way, like you said, the stroke was a blessing because it opened my eyes to a whole new world. And to see the strength behind a stroke survivor,
Right.
it just made me just have a whole different perception and a whole newfound respect for people who go through the struggle. You know what I mean? So
Right. You're
yes,
right.
honey.
I love it. I love it.
But so how do you maintain your positivity though? Because I mean, we all have days where we cry and it's still like
Hmm.
this is so hard because we're
Hmm.
human. So nobody is over being sad sometimes, but for the most part, I always see you with your beautiful smile on your face, and you're always putting out some encouragement, and you're positive, and you're happy for the most part. So how do you maintain that?
Right. You're so yes, you're right. It's okay to have um, bad days, but you have to get over them. You can't have bad days like every day and not get over that. And I think the one thing that I have, and I know it might sound corny, but it is what it is. I am a mom, and I cannot be so negative and boo-hoo on me. I have to get up, and I never ever have ever sure sugarcoat anything. and and I do that with my kids too. But
Mhm.
I want them to be able to, hey, I saw my mom go through this and she was able to get through it. I can do anything. That's what I'm here for, is to make sure that my kids are going to be able to do anything they ever want to do. Hell, if they want to be the president of the USA, they're gonna do it. That's how I feel about it. And if I'm gonna be so and negative kid, then my kids will never do that. So that
Right.
is why I'm up every day. And and then I also want um, other stroke survivors and people with aphasia know that they can do this. You know,
Right.
recovery is possible, and you got it.
Yes. So, but
Yes.
one of the main things I'm hearing you say, and this yes is for us mothers, is mom rock. And
Mm-hmm.
we wear many hats, and it's just us that makes everything go round.
They do. You do. You really have to. You know, I love my husband to death, but when I was in the hospital for 5 weeks, um, he did the awesome. He did really good. I'll tell you that. But a lot of it, he was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that you did this and you did this and that," and it kind of opened his eyes, that moms kind of are the shit. Just saying.
Period, Pooh.
Yeah,
Period, Pooh.
you know it.
Yeah. No, but seriously, knowing that everything has ups and downs and moments, plants, animals, and we all go through depressing moments, like how does depression show up in your life though? Like what makes you down?
Oh, mm, you know, I do have that sometimes, and when I'm working on my speech and I want to get more syllables and I want to be able to read, and I'll read a um, paragraph and then I can't remember it. Um,
Okay.
and I have to do it again. And then sometimes when I'm trying to say a word and it just won't get out, it makes me so mad. I get so frustrated, and I get to that place that, what, this is pissing me off. When
Right.
am I gonna be able to say something? Or when I am in a dream and I can see that I'm running and my hand is just fine and I have to do my hair and everything, and then I wake up. It's like, oh,
Right. Like,
that
God
stuff.
damn it.
I know. It's like one of these days I really want to be able to put eyeliner on again.
Mhm.
Um, and that is a goal, but it pisses me off that I can't do it right now. And it's like, oh, and and um, one of my therapists told me that when you get like that, or you get so frustrated, that you need to have a brain break, and you have to go
Yeah.
to your room, shut the door, turn the lights off, and just sit there for like 10 or 15 minutes, just to go, okay, it's going to be okay. And I do
Right.
that probably at least once a day.
Okay. That's
And
good for you
I think
actually.
it's okay. And I'll look at the kids and I'll go, Mom needs a brain break. I'm leaving, and I'll just go in my room. And I have to.
I like it. I can dig it. It
Yes.
makes sense. And meditation is good for you to just go to
Hmm.
a quiet place and collect your thoughts and kind of remind yourself, like, I can do this. It's going to be all right. It's all right. And just
Right.
kind of bring yourself back. I do that too. And I don't even have a phase. I just have moments where I'm just fucking frustrated. I'm
You're
just
right.
like, I
It's
need a
like
break.
it's like you wanted to go to the bathroom when the kids were little and they would always in there. Now the stupid dog does that to me. It's like, really, guys?
So let me ask you though, I just thought about it. With aphasia, I never actually asked someone. So if you, I know how it is to read like a paragraph out loud, but when you try to read in your head, is it the same way or is it fluent when you're reading in your head?
That's an awesome question because I can feel so with okay. So I go to the Idaho State University, and the students help me with my speech. So I'm their guinea pig, but it works out with all of us. And that's one of the things that I have been working on this last month. When you see a word that you want to say, picture it in your head. Okay, let's say like I will say like my daughter, she plays the um, viola, and it took me forever to say that. So I would picture viola before I would even say it. I can mouth it. So then when I'm ready to say viola is easier to say. And
Okay.
I do that when I'm reading too, but that's something that I need to work more on. I've been taking notes when after I read so I can remember it. Um,
Uh-huh.
I also think that something that needs to help with me is my manner. Um, Sometimes I can't remember stuff, and so I need to have a plan how to do that. So like I'll do is called blocking. So like say if I'm gonna go to the grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and I could write down the stuff, but what I should be doing is make sure I can see it in my brain. Okay, I need to get like milk and eggs and bread. So in my brain, I need to see, okay, where is the dairy at? Where is the bread at? So that's what I've been trying to help with aphasia, is see it in my brain. So I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah, it
that's
does.
kind of what I'm doing. I know that people, everyone with aphasia, it's just like a stroke survivor. Everyone is a little bit different, but that has been helping me. Um, I'm kind of I am so mad about my math because I used to be so good with my math. Um, I was in retail, and I can tell you if someone was on sale and if you had a coupon and all that, and I can tell you, oh, that's going to be $15. Now it's really hard to me to do the numbers, and it makes me again so crazy that I was able to do that. And it's like
Yeah.
now I have to go, oh, 1 2 3. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, no, I can see how that'll frustrate you because it frustrated me in the beginning. But I don't know if you play a lot of games on your phone and
Hmm.
stuff like that. But one of the things that help that I would recommend to you that help with that. It was a game called Elevate. I don't know if you ever heard of Elevate,
No.
but it works with memory, it works with fractions, it works with literally everything we need. It works with, and it has built me up because my cognitive was so not here
Mhm.
before. Like, and my math has improved to where now I'm getting back to with like how you talking about being able to see some and be like, oh yeah, 15% of that is, whatever. I'm
Right.
getting back to that. I'm still not all the way there, but it's been helping so much. So that is something for you to possibly look into and see if you like it.
Awesome. I love it because I'll have to do that because my we do game nights every Friday. We
Okay.
do a lot of Donna knows and stuff like that. So I like that. I'll have to look into that. Thank you. See,
Definitely. And
again, this is what we do.
we build each other up, honey,
Right,
because we all know about different things. So it's always a learning experience, and you don't stop learning until the day you die.
right.
So long as we both, everybody we meet, as long as everybody is open to newness, then I think that we'll all be just fine.
Yep, you're
Everything's
right.
gonna work out. But I do want to know, how do you find the strength in you?
Oh, you know what? I've always been like this. Um, when I was in the hospital, I was being by me and all this stuff. And one of my really good friends, she was there and she's like, why not you? You're one of the persons that I know will get this and say, I'm going to get this out. I can do this. And I think I've been like that my whole life. Um, my mom was a powerful woman, and she told us we can do anything. You just have to put your mind to it, and you can do anything. And I tried to do that with my kids too, and I have to do that to me too. And I think a lot of it too is having goals that you want
Yeah,
to do. Like this week, I'm gonna lift um, 5 more pounds. This month, I'm gonna lift 25 more pounds. This is what I'm gonna do for the year. You have to have something put down so you know what you have to do and you can get it going. So,
okay, that makes sense. And speaking of goals, I was gonna ask you, um, I know we all had certain goals before a stroke and life hit us. We're like, what?
right,
Before life did what it did.
right,
um, did your situation stop you from still trying to achieve those same goals that you had prior to stroke? Or do you have a whole new set of goals?
right. You know what? I have, I would say I have a new whole set of those because before my stroke, I was really on my career, my career, and I thought I was gonna be able to go places, and now is more about my health and
Okay,
my family and what I can do to give back. So
I like
instead of it being other about me, it's kind of about me and others. So
I
that's
like it,
kind
and
of,
I
yeah,
agree.
yes.
Yeah. So then, what do you see in your future?
Oh, well, I do have some stuff that I would love to do. Um, I would say the first thing I might look a little funny, but in June, I have a walk and I'm going to try and run it. I don't care if it's like only 2 steps, I'm going to do
Right.
it. And I might be all like all this, but I'm going to do that. Um, and I would love to share my story. And I see a book that I would like to write, and just be, I want to be able to talk, I want to share stroke survivors and aphasia awareness and be more involved. I really feel like that is a um, passion for me. And I really like, right now, I do a lot of volunteering at the American Heart Association, and I would
Mhm.
like to do more with that too.
Sounds like a winner right there.
We'll
And
see.
I think I'm gonna join you because I also do the heart and stroke walks in
Yes.
June. And I think I'm gonna join you and try to run a few steps. I
Okay.
never
Yeah, I think I will. I'll have my husband take a camber, and I think it's gonna be really funny, but I don't care.
right. See that's why I love you because it's not about how it looks. We get to laugh at ourselves and it
Oh
makes it
yeah,
beautiful.
you have to. Again, you have to have fun and laugh at yourself, or what's going on if you don't. And my husband and I laugh all the time, and like he's so funny. I tell him all the time, well, I have a brain injury, so you have to leave me alone. He's like, you know what? You've been doing this for like 2 years. You need to get over it. So, so we have fun with it, and you have to.
Yes. So if you can express something that this experience has taught you or left you with, what would it be?
Oh my goodness! I would say there's a lot, and but I think it comes down to one thing, and because you have to do it with yourself, and that would be patience. You know, don't you have to be patient with yourself, um, and it's hard to do, but you have to.
So that's what you learned the most
Yes.
was patience. Your kids didn't teach you, but stroke taught you.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah. Because
amazing.
yep. Yeah, I think because sometimes with before my stroke, with my patients, um, I was not really good with it. So I think it was good for me to, again, a blessing to have it.
Yeah. Okay. So if someone was listening to you at this very, very moment and they was going through the fire right now of of a trial or trauma, what advice would you give them to help them to know never to give in to giving up on themselves?
Right. Well, I would say um, hope is a thing that is there, and never to give up on it. Um, Recovery is possible, and you have to get up every day and do something. Um, doesn't matter what it is, but you have to move with your brain or with your body, um, and have patience and love yourself too, because you have to at least love yourself and make sure that you are okay with you. I think that would be what I would say.
Yes, I love that because you literally said everything that comes out of my mouth
Yes,
every day.
yes, or I will say, just go on Facebook and see Joy, and just listen to what she has to say, and that's what you have to do.
Well, I thank you, Sugarfoot. It's always a pleasure. You
Yes.
are my sister from another mister. I love you and your energy and everything that you're bringing to this world because we need a light like you in a dark place. So I thank you and thank you and thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And I love you so much, is all I can say. And you are so inspiring for this community. So there.
Thank you. That makes
You
me
bet.
happy.
Yes.
No, I love you, honey, and I know you just worked out, so I want you to go get your rest on. And I really appreciate you. And I just want to strengthen you, and thank all you guys for watching us. And just remember, never give in to giving up on yourself. And faith without work is dead. So you got to work hard for what you want, honey. Never give up. Hope is possible. Just fight for it.
Yeah.
Have a great day, Brooke. Thanks
Bye.
again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.